So we have been talking about the letter Z this week. So I was thinking about it and I thought, well, what kind of activities can we do that start with the letter Z? So I thought maybe we would make a zebra out of the letter Z. So we start off with the letter Z. And what we are going to do is we are going to use our scissors, and we always say what? Our thumb looks up at our nose. And we can pretend that our scissors are a car, or a motorcycle, or a truck. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use my opposite hand to hold the paper so it guides my hand to twist as I'm cutting, and I'm staying on my lines. So I'm going to stay on my Z line. And again, I think I am going to pretend that I am at a park and my scissors are a bike and my thumb stays looking up where? At my nose. And I'm going to stay on the sidewalk. As I twist my letter Z around, I can go off the page if I want to, get rid of some of that paper that's hanging off. Continue around my letter Z. If we think of different kinds of animals, I think of two different groupings of animals. I think of animals that belong to the zoo, and then there are some animals that belong in the at the farm. So if we think of some zoo animals, we can think of, what are some zoo animals? We can think of zebras and bears, maybe some cheetahs and monkeys, elephants, giraffes. Those are some zoo animals. So I'm going to take a piece of black paper, starting with white paper that I cut up my Z. Here is my black paper, and we know that zebras are black and they are white. So I'm going to cut little strips. I'm going to probably have to cut it a little bit thinner because I'm going to make sure that they fit on my letter Z as the stripes of my zebra. So I'm going to set this aside, and I am going to cut a bunch of little stripes. And I'm going to put them on my Z, and my Z is going to actually look like a zebra. It's actually pretty cool. So think of some other things that are animals that belong at the zoo. Has anybody ever been to the zoo? I love the zoo. The zoo is one of my favorite places to go to. And you know what my very, very, very favorite animal is at the zoo? Are the sweet little penguins. They're so stinking cute. So look how many little stripes I am making. Now I have to get out my glue. Remember how our glue stick cap always gets stuck? Ay, ay, ay. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up my glue stick, not too high, because if it goes too high, it will break. And then, what do we say? It's garbage. So we leave a little space here. We have a little stripe. Another little space, because we're going to do like almost like an A-B pattern. White, black, white, black. Then we have a white, another little black. Kind of try to equally space them the best that you can. I'm going to go on a little bit of a diagonal here. We have white, we have black. Go this way like this. Put another little black stripe. Kind of tuck in that glue. Go all the way up. A little glue on my counter. Leave a space. We press and stick. Remember when we press, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go all the way across. If you want to, you can kind of get a little bit ahead. Do a few little stripes like this. But we have to leave a little space in between, and then we can go ahead and do our little black stripe. But remember, we have a little space in between to make it our A-B patterning of white, black, white, black. What are some farm animals that we can think of? Farm animals, they're kind of fun. Those are the ones that you can pet. Zoo animals you really can't pet. They're usually kind of animals that would be out in the wild. But farm animals, those are like cows and horses sheeps and pigs and ducks and chickens and turkeys. Sometimes there's kitty cats at farms too because they like to try to scare away the mice. Zoos and farms are very fun to visit. Okay, we are almost done here. A little bit more glue. Maybe I'll kind of bump this one up a little. So now what we're going to do is we have to make a face on our little zebra. I'm going to actually take another little bit of my black. I'm going to make kind of like a half of a circle. And this is going to be his nose. And I'm going to actually bump this up a little bit because I need to have a little space. Here's his nose for my zebra. Put the top back on here. I'm going to use a little black for his eye. And he's my happy little zebra. He's very happy. And then if you would like to, you can also add from the strips here, almost to make it look like the back side, and we can make these even a little bit longer. We can pretend that this is the tail of our zebra. I'll put a little bit on the back side. I'm going to flip it over. This gets a little tricky. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back, and then I'm going to spread his tail out like this, and like this, and like that. Move all these other little pieces aside. Put the top back on my glue because otherwise the glue will dry. I can't use it. And there we go. What do we think? Z for zebra. Super cute. Have fun making it, guys.